Thank you everyone for coming to our 2022 annual awards and election meeting. Just a quick reminder, though we just saw it, I do want to remind everyone that we are taping this the meeting so that way we can send it out to staff who aren't able to see it and to other folks that are interested. We do also let you know that Kat's been doing a really nice job of being able to cut and paste from some of our videos to post on social media and our website. So those are some other places that you might see parts of this meeting pop up. I also hope that everyone or the folks that were able to get them got their snack cards. We like to do that because and it kind of goes into my next thoughts. Our hope is obviously to be able to do this in person. And since we couldn't feed you, we thought that would be a nice way to at least get something out to everybody. Speaking of which, in preparation for this meeting, I did take a look back and I watched last year's meeting. And so I feel I have to start this meeting with an apology because last meeting I was very optimistic and very emphatic that last year would be the last year that we would have to do this virtually. Clearly that is not the case. Having said that, I am going to go out on a limb and I'm probably jinxing ourselves that I am extremely hopeful, but not going to guarantee that next year we're going to be able to do it in person. But I do want to say we are actually getting ready to plan in-person events for this winter. So hopefully that trend continues and we will see everybody at a much bigger, nicer event next October. So the last thing I want to say, because I don't want to, obviously this isn't about me talking to everyone, it's really about recognizing our staff and our board. I do want to say that my decision to join Co-op about a year ago, a huge part of that was seeing and being told how amazing the staff and the community here was. That came through my search in my interviews and in my individual meetings with folks. It certainly came through in my first two meetings when I was really kind of tied to Joyce's hip for those first couple weeks. And I do want to say that I am so proud to be part of this team. Last year, again, I clearly came in with a very different view of what this year would look like. I do remember actually getting very excited with Joyce and thinking that we were kind of moved our way through COVID as an organization and as a community and had all these great ideas. It's, oh, this is great. I'm joining at the perfect time. And obviously that is not the case. We are still dealing with some of the impacts. And then certainly, as those of you remember, December and January and February were just unbelievably difficult from a COVID perspective. With the Omicron surge. So, but not only that, we had Omicron, we had a blizzard in the winter and one of the hottest summers we've had in ever. So certainly an eventful year. And I can't say enough how excited I am to be part of the team, how thankful I am to be part of the team, because through all of these challenges, which really any single one of those events throughout the year would have been enough. But we had all of them. And throughout of that, all of our staff, all of the teams, all the community partners were able to make it so that we were able to stay on mission and really prioritize the care for each other and for the individuals in our care. And I do want to say, as you'll see, and I kind of mentioned this before, these kinds of events are really one of my favorite parts of the job. Not because I get to sit here and talk to everybody in this way, but because it really gives us a chance for us to showcase and really show off all the amazing work that our teams do every single day throughout the year. So I couldn't be happier. And with that, I also want to make sure I recognize and thank our board of directors. For those of you that don't attend our board meetings, which is the bulk of the people here, we are really lucky here at Co-op to have a board that's knowledgeable, that's committed, that's engaged. They're not afraid to ask the hard questions about why we do what we do. They're not afraid to offer their time and their resources. So I do want to say thank you. And then also introduce Mr. Ray Pilot to make some comments to the board. And Ray, sorry, I should have also included, Ray is the chair of our board. Ray?
Michael, and hello to everyone. My name is Ray Pilot. I am chair of the board of directors at Co-op. And, I'd first like to thank, my fellow members of the board for putting in the work, throughout this past year. We certainly had a lot on our table and was able to do some really good work on the board and extend my thank you to Mike and his senior staff, for doing an excellent job. I mean, co-op really is moving in, the right direction. And so thank you to Michael and his senior team, but also the staff in general, because without the staff themselves, I think co-op wouldn't be where it's at. And so a big thank you to the staff, again, in moving co-op forward. I'm excited to see, what will happen, come next year. I think we can do some better and bigger things, really spread our name in the community. So I'm very excited about that. And so with that, I definitely want to move over to the board nominating report. We've had 2 nominations, myself and Darlene, who were appointed to a 1-year term, which will end in 2023. We've also have elected our officers at our September 2022 meeting, myself being chair, Jackie Scungio being vice chair, Paul Hodge being the clerk, and Jeff Morris being the treasurer. So thank you all, and thank you again, and let's look forward to a positive future for co-op.
So I just wanted to say thank you again to all the board members. Paul is here, Patsy, obviously Ray, Jackie is here, Leah is here. If I'm missing any of the other board members, I apologize. It's just because these screens keep moving around. But thank you. Our next part of the event, and I also want to take this moment to introduce our guests, Mr. Roman Davis. Roman, if you want to wave or Roman is the executive director at the Taunton YMCA, and the reason why this is a great opportunity to introduce him now, he's also one of our community award members. Co-op, we do a great job with the staff and our programs. I believe that, I know that. Having said that, we can't do as great of a job as we do without the help from members of our community, whether that's individuals in our community or organizations, or in Roman's case, both. So I wanted to say thank you to Roman for attending, for being a great community partner, and also Numotion as well for being our other community partner this year. And Kat?
Numotion was nominated by Residential Coordinator Jennifer Barlow. Her nomination reads as follows. I am nominating Numotion, a wheelchair and mobility equipment company located in the Industrial Park in Taunton, Massachusetts, for the 2022 Community Award. Numotion is a valued vendor for some of our individuals' mobility needs. The person who specifically stands out for me at Numotion is a repair technician named Dave. Dave has gone out of his way to accommodate the individuals I serve on quite a few occasions when it was an emergency, including allowing us to meet him the very same day after he had already completed all of his scheduled service calls and returned to his shop at the end of the day. This is such a wonderful service because sometimes getting an appointment could be a few days away. In some cases, if an individual's wheelchair is unsafe for use, the person's life could be on hold until the repair took place. In my opinion, Dave truly lives up to Numotion's mission of improving the lives of people with disabilities by enabling them to actively participate in everyday life. Thank you, Numotion, for everything you do to improve the lives of the people we serve.
So, I'm Mike Cancelleri. I'm the President and CEO of Cooperative Production, and I'm really thrilled to be here today at the Taunton YMCA to present Roman Davis, the Executive Director, with our 2022 Community Award in recognition of all the wonderful work that he does in the community, which really lives up to our mission of integrated care and support for the individuals that we serve at Cooperative Production. And I want to turn it over to Ray Ball, who's going to chat a little bit more, because Ray works really closely with Roman in the programs.
Thank you, Michael. When I first met Roman, it was obvious to me that he had a great passion for working with people with disabilities. Under his guidance, both our day program and our residences have used the resources here. We've used the fitness area, we've explored volunteer opportunities, and we've also made multiple job placements. One job placement that comes to mind is when we placed a young woman in the Kid Zone area of Lewis. And as far as I know, she has now been here about 7 years. Roman was instrumental in creating the Y Ability program at the East Bridgewater Y, a program committed to a fully inclusive YMCA. I'm pleased to say that the Y Ability program has also come to the Taunton YMCA, and Co-op is a proud partner in that program. Thank you, Roman.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
I really cannot say thank you enough. I do this because every single person in this world, especially in the city of Taunton, deserves to come into this YMCA with all barriers taken away. I love the work with Co-op. You guys have been amazing and such a support for my career and the work that we do here in the city of Taunton. Thank you from everyone at the Old Colony YMCA for this amazing, amazing award. Thank you again.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in person next year.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. I do want to add just very quickly, not only that, but since this video, we developed, taped the video, Roman has also extended a job offer to one of our other individuals in our day program. So still continuing to walk the walk. So thank you, Roman. Really couldn't be happier. Lucy?
Each year, we like to recognize and celebrate all of our employees during our annual awards and election meeting for their many contributions. This is also a wonderful opportunity to extend our appreciation to employees who have reached important milestones in their employment at Co-op. Although we wish we could congratulate each of you in person, on behalf of the senior management team and the board, we would like to share our sincere appreciation. Each of these employees will be awarded a vacation day for every 5 years' work that we hope they are able to enjoy. Now we're going to show you a video highlighting some of our amazing staff and their milestone years of service and commitment, along with 2 staff that have been designated the distinction of 2022 Employees of the Year.
I'm Courtney, I'm the Director of Health Services, and I'm here to give Maggie Lapierre a 25-year service award for working here as an LPN at the day program in Dighton. Maggie has supported a ton of individuals and all the staff here at Dighton for 25 years. And they are very lucky to have her. She has advocated and been a close friend to all of us here at Dighton for a very long time, and has helped me grow with the agency myself, and I don't know where I'd be without her, so thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the agency.
And I'm Michael Kinsler. I also have something to present to you. I have our inaugural commemorative service award sweatshirt. So we want you to have this and wear it when it gets cold, which is right around the corner. I also want to add one of my favorite parts about being here at Co-op when I joined was hearing about all the staff that had been here for so long and just their commitment and their dedication that has actually grown year over year. So I'm super excited. This is literally my favorite part about the job. So I'm so happy. And I just want to say thank you for all the work that you've done on behalf of all the families that have come through our doors here at Co-op.
Thank you. I love this one. I'm always about food.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure to recognize Lucy De Oliveira, our Director of Day Services for 30 years of service with Co-op. Lucy is committed and has a work ethic that is matched by few. But most importantly to note is Lucy's commitment and advocacy for the folks we support and the services they receive. Lucy's a great role model, always making certain services and the individuals are the priority. Early on, Lucy earned the respect of her then supervisor, individuals, peers, those she supervised, families, guardians, and other stakeholders. Fast forward 30 years later, and I can say with certainty that sentiment has not wavered. Not in the slightest. In fact, from my perspective, it's grown stronger. So on a personal note, many thanks. Thank you, Gail. And on behalf of Co-op, thank you for everything you have done, and I'm sure will continue to do. So congratulations.
Thank you. It's lovely.
I also want to recognize Lucy and give her our newly minted sweatshirt with 30 years. I also just want to add real quick that when I started, Lucy was one of the first folks to give me tours of some of our programs, and her dedication and commitment was amazing for someone that had worked here for 30 minutes, let alone 30 years. So I just in awe of the work that you do, and having my office right next to you is great because every time I have a question, Lucy's always there, and it's just couldn't be happier. So congratulations and thank you. I guess
so
more than
much.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lucy De Oliveira, Director of Day Services, and it is my pleasure to award Sharon her 35-year plaque. Sharon has been with the organization, started as a direct line staff, and has moved up into a case manager position, and has been dedicated for the entire time she's been with you. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
And I'm Michael Kinsler, our President and CEO, and I also want to say thank you to Sharon. One of the things when I joined Co-op that was so exciting for me was learning about how many staff were here and for so long and just dedicated to our mission and the folks that we serve. So this is actually one of my favorite parts of the job. So I also want to give you this as a sweatshirt that's it's our logo. It says 35 years. So you will have these. These are going to be fast, very coveted, but I wanted to make sure that we give you this as well and to say thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ellen always exhibits a positive and caring attitude toward the folks regardless of their challenges or what other challenges may occur within the day-to-day basis. She treats everyone with respect, dignity, and equality. All the individuals at the program have a wonderful connection with Ellen, and many have expressed this to me verbally. Even the folks who are nonverbal through their body language and facial expressions show that they feel the same way. Furthermore, Ellen has a wonderful relationship with her coworkers and without a doubt is a team player. If you ask anyone here at Dighton Day Hab, they will agree. She is always supporting her coworkers and helps them with the folks whenever needed. Overall, I cannot express how Ellen is such a valuable member of the Dighton Day Hab team. She is reliable, has excellent communication skills, treats all the folks with great dignity, respect, equality, and is a role model to all. I am grateful and honored to work with her daily, and I could not think of a better person who is more deserving. Congratulations, Gail.
Congratulations, Ellen. Thank you so much for all you've done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I also want to say congratulations. And just real quick, when I joined Co-op in October, my predecessor says, Michael, I know things have been difficult with COVID, but we've been able to get through it because our staff are so amazing. And throughout all of this, they haven't forgotten to focus on each other and the people that we serve. And so, Ellen, this is a perfect example of that. You really said a wonderful example for all of us here. And I also want to just give you this is the $500 gift portion of the award. And because, and I'm going to say this, hopefully this is the last time we have to do this remotely, we're not able to have a party or give you any food. We do have a little gift card here so you can get something to eat.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything everybody does here. It's wonderful being here. I love working here. All the folks, and we have so much support. Celeste is, I always welcome in her office whenever I do meetings, all the case managers. Everyone here is just wonderful to be with and work every day. I love coming here. It's really wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
You came to mind because not only do you make my job as a coordinator a lot easier because you are always dependable, you're always willing to help, you're on time, you're prepared to work, and you work so hard every shift that you work here. But more than that, the ladies depend on you and love you, and you are always here for them, and you exemplify Co-op's mission, which is supporting our folks and doing so with respect and with dignity and helping them be as independent as they can. Michael has something for you.
So, Tammy, we would like to present you with our 2022 Employee of the Year. So we want to thank you so much. I just want to echo what Heather had mentioned that, when I joined Co-op, it was during the middle of the pandemic, and I was told that the reason why Co-op did so well, was able to do so well by our residents and the interest in our care was because of our staff, and you really exemplify that. So I couldn't be happier to give you this. And then I also want to is the $500 award that goes with the award.
Oh wow! Thank you.
And then because hopefully this is the last time we have to do this remotely, we do have a gift card so you can get yourself something to eat because normally we would do this at dinner and we feed you. So I want to give you that as well. And I just want to say thank you so much. We couldn't do any of the work that we do without you and the example that you set for everybody. It's really effective.
Thank you.
Good job,
Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. And again, I couldn't be happier and more proud of all the staff that we were able to recognize today. Obviously, this is only a snapshot of, I think, of the amazing team that we have in all of our programs. So I want to thank everyone for coming today. I do want to say for all of you that celebrated the milestone service awards, you are getting a sweatshirt if you haven't gotten them already. I want to thank the folks who got them earlier because when we handed them out, we did ask them not to wear them on purpose until we could kind of have the meeting. So we didn't have to ask questions about where's my sweatshirt. So we want to say thank you for all of them who helped us keep that little secret for about 3 or 4 days. So thank you again, everybody. And if the board members could stay on for about 5 or 10 minutes, we just have a couple quick items to jump into. And then everyone else have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.